So to see a rear-wheel drive car doing 270s,
That's quick.
that's quick.
It's open to all. It's not about big cars and we're talking championship and money. The bulk of the event is about racing friends and racing a mate. There's bragging rights.
Man, roll off together. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Taking off fast and continues to take off fast without waiting for the guy in the right lane. Like, man, just kick back and wait and roll off together. Pay a very large sum of money. Let's just go balls deep. Put up $100,000.
100 grand.
Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
That's it.
Mikel.
Romanos.
Dragon.
Not much, my friend.
What are we talking about?
Guess we're talking about KOTS today.
KOTS.
KOTS Roll Racing. What
who
we do.
are.
Yeah. Bit of fun.
Bit of an introduction to
Yep.
how it started.
Yep. The plans, the future.
Yep.
I guess what got us into it as well, and I guess why we're here today. So, should be fun.
Well, I think let's start back. Let's rewind back to how we actually met each other, actually. It's probably a good story.
Yep.
Because we met each other through pretty much the roll racing scene.
Yes, very
so
much
roll
so.
racing Sydney back in the day, I think that's where our relationship kind of began.
Started, yes.
Yeah.
Very much so. So
it's funny, we actually haven't spoken about this before, and like just thinking about it now, it pops up in memory like, you know what, when was the first memory I have of you? And it would be roll racing Sydney.
100%. So I think it was before Romanos was cool. And had his 34, his GDR.
Had my
AHM.
VL back then.
VL. I guess roll racing was a very different scene to what it was today, I guess.
Yeah, it's definitely, man, we're going back probably.
So I would have met you 2020, I believe. 2020. So 5 years.
Was it?
Yeah.
5 years. No, yeah.
Yeah.
5 years ago.
So I built my house 5 years ago. So
Okay.
obviously with Mark, mutual friends.
Yes.
It was 2 VLs at roll racing. Two VLs racing. Good fun.
Yep.
I think I had my Corolla back then originally.
The yellow one?
No, brown.
Oh, the brown one. Yes, I
Yes.
remember that one. Yes.
Yeah, the
yes,
brown
you
one.
did
So, yeah,
funny.
5 years.
Yeah, there you go.
And then I think it was virtually just through time, roll racing, bit of fun.
Yep.
Enjoying.
Yep.
And then I guess we've been good mates since. And then the conversation got started about roll racing and how do we do it? Can we do it?
Yeah.
Can we have fun? You know, I don't know. I guess the conversation started is how do we give back to the roll racing community in a way?
100%. Look, yeah, I think looking at what roll racing Sydney was, where it is, and kind of being there to watch it develop to in its stages to where it is today is was pretty cool. And then kind of being both, you know, I don't know if you say it's like street races.
Yeah.
Back in the day and
been
all
in the
that,
car scene 100%
for a long time. And the roll racing scene has kind of taken the spot of what street racing is.
Of
so
course.
No one really does it these days, and we're fortunate enough to have all these great tracks to take it off the street. So I think
very much
from street racing to roll racing, and then to us talking about how we can better this and how we can actually give back to this community.
Yeah, and I guess to even
have some fun.
Have some fun with mates. Like we've all got friends in the scene, and and how do we do it? How do we take that next level?
Yes,
which is what we've always talked about. Is saying, you know, everyone's struggling. Grip, you know, rear-wheel drive cars. I don't know about you. I went to the first ever roll racing event at Sydney Motorsport Park.
How long? Fuck, that was a while ago.
So it was no lights. You're driving in the dark. It was pretty cool.
I remember that actually. When I first started going to, there were no lights.
Yeah, so
it was dark.
From that to where it is now, obviously a lot's changed. Back then, you would have 700-800 horsepower, and I guess you were king.
Yeah.
These days, you're talking in excess of 2,000 horsepower
to be competitive.
And you sometimes not even winning events.
That's right.
It's the smallest things that set you off. So I think, so it's come a long way, and I guess through our conversation and our opportunities, we're trying to deliver an event that caters to the big all-wheel drive cars, the big rear-wheel drive cars, but also, I guess, be able to do it in a safe environment where you can have fun. You're not doing it on the street like we did years ago.
Yep.
just talking about it, I'm just remembering days of, racing down the Cumberland Highway or the M4 or the M5.
Yeah.
Like, you look back and you think, geez, pretty silly.
Yeah, 100%.
So to be able to take it off the streets and give that, give you the tracks, whether that be the motorsport park or the dragway, to do it in a safe environment, I think it's pretty cool to do.
I think a lot of us take for granted, especially for us guys in Sydney, how lucky we actually are
100%.
to have these tracks available to us.
Yeah. So looking around, I guess, we got aspirations to take KOTS elsewhere around the world and to have a bit of fun with it. But you start looking around and all the drag tracks around the world are sometimes hours away from the city centres. And, we're lucky in Sydney that you can drive half an hour from the CBD virtually. And you've got a world-class facility. Yeah. Whether that be at the motorsport park or the dragway, you don't get that anywhere else.
And you don't really realise until you go out there and actually start looking at, like you said, like what everyone else has around the world, and probably different states too, to be honest with you. Like I know Melbourne doesn't really have, I've got a bunch of messages from guys in Melbourne. They don't have much.
No.
There at the moment anyway.
No, 100%. And if you are, you're driving out, to Heathcote or somewhere like that, where it's not the best surface and it's probably not the best track even to host a big event. So same as Brisbane. You're driving out from Brisbane to Willowbank to have an event. But people do it. We love it. We're car guys. We'll make that drive. But I guess Sydney, we're very lucky.
100%. So I think biggest take from this, I think a lot of you guys that are in Sydney, don't take it for granted. Yeah. Like get out there, support these events because we all are very fortunate.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we've got probably the best scene in the country. Sydney is next level.
I agree.
Some killer cars, quick cars. But also it's about getting out there and having fun with your mates as well. It's not all about the big guys and winning an event. It's out there. When I started roll racing, it was a group of 10 of us virtually that would go out there, cousins, friends, just to go have fun. And it was like bragging rights between mates that I've got, quicker car than you. And a few events later, someone else would take the crown. I know with, for example, my cousins, we actually had some crown like air caps on tyres.
What do you mean?
So how on your rims you've got like the air caps, valve caps. So it would go around. The quickest car got the valve caps, the crowns.
Oh, okay, I got
event to event for a bit of fun. Yeah, like but it was just some fun between friends and cousins. So it doesn't have to be about winning events. It's about enjoying yourself and keeping it off the street.
Getting out there, having some fun.
Yeah, that's it. It's about having some food, kicking back, racing, and
hanging out with friends. The initial start of roll racing at Sydney Dragway.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, when they saw KOTS, they thought it would have, most people's perception was, it's just something new that's come out of nowhere. Yeah. But there's definitely a lot that was happening in the background, and you even had you were involved with the dragway when they had a crack at doing roll drags, right?
Yeah, pretty much. So through some connections and I guess family in a way, I know the dragway were interested in roll racing and saying, why can't we have that sort of a style of event here? And the conversation was, well, they wanted to get it going there. So I sort of helped them out in a way to say, all right, well, this is sort of what you need. These are the reasons why it won't work. And I guess they took it on their own to give it a crack. And obviously it didn't work. I think first time round they gave it a couple of tries. But after that they sort of said, well, it's not really for us.
Yep.
And that was a few years ago.
I was there during testing. I remember I had the VL.
Yeah.
It's one of the initial, I think it was the first test day, I think.
Yeah, first test day. Yeah, it would have been probably 2.5 years plus ago.
I remember it was very exciting doing the actual test day because you're like, oh, wow, there's something here. There's something here that could work. But then from my understanding, you can probably talk a little bit more on this, I think the biggest thing would have been the insurances.
Rules, regulations, speed limits, everything else that comes with racing became the issue.
Yeah.
So, especially when you have now 2,000 horsepower cars going quick, someone's going to say, well, we have to bring the speed back or kick you out because of a certain speed limit. So it didn't really work in a way.
Yep.
So I guess going forward, the dragway tried it, but didn't really, resonate well with racers, I guess. knowing that you get kicked out if you went too quick.
Yeah.
So I think it was dropped. And then virtually, I guess, conversation started between myself and the dragway in a way to say, well, hey, if you can give, virtually I said, if I can get the insurance to cover us whilst we race, would you let me do it? And their answer was sort of, yes, we would.
I remember this, and this is when we started talking together about doing an event, perhaps where we have full control.
Correct. And that was the goal, is to say, all right, well, like, no offense to the dragways, like, we want to run an event our own way, our own style. You know, we might be willing to take risks that they don't want to take. So it was sort of like, get the insurance. If you're okay with it, let's run with it. So we started KOTS virtually earlier this year. So
March, I think, was our first event. March,
April, our first event.
Yeah.
So we're five events in this year.
Yeah.
So it's been a learning curve. Every event has been something new.
Yeah.
Romanos and I definitely both aren't event promoters, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
We've learnt a lot along the way.
A massive learning experience, but a fun one.
Yeah, it's been definitely good.
Yeah.
But the thing is I guess we're also open to, you know, getting feedback and changing things with the people that, you know, that race these events. And I think every event we've changed something to better the event, whether that be, you know, burnouts, eliminations, speed signs, whatever it may be. We're changing and adapting to make sure that we give you guys, you know, the best event we can possibly give.
100%. I think the ultimate goal for us, or I think for everyone, is to really make these races as fair as possible, as with a rule set that's very transparent.
Yes.
And it's everyone has the same opportunity of winning.
Correct. And I think the biggest thing is, I guess, when we started speaking about KOTS initially, was like, well, let's take it next level. How do we do this? Let's do a championship. Let's make, let's throw up some prize money. Let's, you know, make it fun but competitive at the same time. It's all good and well racing for, you know, for bragging rights. Yes, we all do, but let's make it something big.
Yeah.
And that's what we want to do with KOTS. Is we want to be competitive, we want to have fun, but also we want to do it in an environment that's safe. And, you know, we have the systems where we can make sure that a race is fair. And, you know, technically, I guess a roll racing race is never 100% fair. It's not like drag racing, but let's get as close as we possibly can. So I think that's the biggest thing we're trying to do, is
100%
keep it fair.
Yeah. I think when you say, even with drag racing, I know there's probably a very debatable topic. Like, even when drag racing, when you're going off a tree, those starts are never going to be perfect as well.
No, but you race to time, so you have your reaction time.
That is true.
Takes into account. You go green at the same time. Whoever gets there, you know, first, you win. Yeah. So roll racing is a bit different because, you know, you're leaving sort of side by side, but someone might be on it slightly earlier than the other car. But that's roll racing. Yeah. So
on that topic, we'll bring up probably our latest issue that we had. So every event, there's always something that we figure out. And from round 5 at our halfway bash, I was actually racing.
Yep.
And I had a good feel of our lighting system, and it was my first time racing with that system.
Yep.
The first time I did race was when we were pressing off a button, which is all good and fine. It worked.
Yep.
And then we had at round 5, we have a system where you could probably explain the system, how it works.
Yeah. So we sort of went automated with a sensor that the left lane sets a pace, but as soon as it reaches a certain point and both cars are under, you know, a certain speed, the light goes green. So it's no longer a manual button where you're just going to get a green light in a certain range. It's the same every time, and I guess it makes it more consistent and easier for everyone to learn. Yeah, I guess, and So, but it would have been very different to racing, you know, round 1 to round 5.
100%.
Would have been very different.
But yeah, look, I'm definitely a type of racer where if I'm racing, I want to try to cut that green as close as possible. Like, I want to be on the verge of red lighting. Right, so it took me 2 runs, and I couldn't kind of figure out when to jump on the gas to time that green
and
perfectly and not red light on my speed sign.
Yeah. But that I guess brought up the issue that I guess our speed signs, the refresh rate wasn't as quick as they should be.
Yep.
And I think on the day as well, it was a little bit windy, I think round 5. So our speed signs actually fell down and one of the sensors ended up turning not the right way. So we kept getting readouts where we'd have a no speed.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I knew about the no speed readout not showing, but I didn't know that the sensor had moved.
It's not until later when we're packing it down, because like during the day we're just like, geez, get the thing back up there, get it running. But yeah, after pack down, we've seen that the sensor had turned a bit, so it wasn't really facing the car directly, which meant that it was being slower to pick up the speed and slower, it potentially lost the car while it was driving past. So not very good.
No. But yeah, I guess that the biggest thing that was more evident than anything that day was our refresh rate on our speed sign was probably a little bit too. It was a little bit too slow.
Yeah, so I think
so you could jump on the gas that little bit earlier and be able to
take advantage in a way.
Yeah, take advantage of the system.
If you've seen it and felt it, and you knew the system that it was too slow,
there were a few guys doing it. Like obviously, if I picked it up in I think 2 runs, then there was definitely a lot of guys that were doing it, and there's nothing wrong with it.
No,
I think you as a racer, you out there to win, and you do. As long as you're within that rule set, you have every right to.
You race the track, if you're on, whether that be a drag track or an actual racetrack, you're going to find that advantage anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I think we agreed that it was probably too slow.
Yep.
And we thought, you know what, let's go source some quicker signs. So I think the refresh rate was like 0.7 of a second each time it showed the speed. So we got some custom, I guess, speed signs made. Hopefully here, cutting it very fine, I think tomorrow, so a day or 2 before our next event.
Yeah.
But we should have them up and running, so that way...
What's the refresh rate on them again?
I think down to 0.1 of a second. So it's going to look a bit
like
crazy.
spastic.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. So you're going to have as you're increasing speed, it's just going to keep flashing at you non-stop.
Yeah.
So, but this will stop that issue of people being able to jump before the lights and try to time it a little bit. So I guess as long as you're under that 60k speed limit when the light goes green,
you're fine.
You're sweet. So just, I guess, another improvement we're trying to make for KOTS. And
I think I want to touch on the topic, the subject too. Like both drivers, for the most fairest racing as possible, you guys have to work with each other.
Of course.
Like left lane, you don't want to take off too fast, so the right lane's got to catch you. Like, man, roll off together. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Just stick with each other.
You have to make a race.
Yeah.
End of the day, you can really try to not make a race, or you can really try to make a race work. So
I find it super frustrating when, especially if I'm in the right lane, the left lane is like taking off fast and continues to take off fast without waiting for the guy in the right lane. Like, man, just kick back and wait and roll off together.
You've got enough distance to do it. And whether you're starting at 40, like 45, 50, 60, you know what I mean? Either way, as long as it's a fair race, keep it fair. It's not about, racing off and not making it a race.
Yeah.
I guess, and that's one thing that I guess I've seen last couple of events at Roll Racing Sydney, I guess, is that cars tend to try not to make the race happen, which is something that from the sidelines I don't like.
I mean, as a racer too, I hate that. It's frustrating. Like, even like when I'm racing my opponent, I want a fair race. Like if I'm going to beat you, I want to beat you fair and square.
Yeah. So
so I think if everyone has that mentality, the racing's going to be a lot better.
Next level. Yeah.
Yeah.
So so new speed signs. We got KOTS 6 this Friday.
Yep.
Around 6, which should be fun, especially as the weather heats up. So I guess we'll talk about calendar for this year, I guess, while we're here. Is that we were, I guess, late to start, so we didn't really have a lot of opportunity and a lot of say in what events we got. We're taking virtually the scraps, because we started sort of January, February this year, started planning when the calendar's already released.
Yeah.
So I guess this year we had a lot of winter dates, Friday nights, which Friday nights are cool, but winter, you're cold.
Yes.
So it doesn't really play very nice for your rear-wheel drive guys, even your all drive guys.
I remember
as dew starts to fall, it's
wet. Like I remember being out there and literally when the tractor has to go up and down. Like if you're looking from the grandstands or on live stream or something, you see this tractor go up and down.
And you think, what the hell?
What's he doing? You're like, he's just wasting time. But the floor, like the dew, it's water, like it's wet.
If you don't have a nice sunny day and that track is cold,
yeah,
it's cold, and that's the biggest risk. You run on a drag surface, It can be the world's grippiest thing in the world. It can be the slickest thing as soon as you get a little bit of water in there. So that goes the same with any spills, any oils, any coolant that drops on the track. As soon as you drop it, it's ice skating out there. So it's a little bit different to a road surface, but again, the goal of KOTS is to give the best surface. Try to give you the best systems we can give you, and like we said, fair racing. So a prep track is going to be second to none, I guess, especially for rear-wheel drive guys.
Yeah.
I know our last event we had some of the rear-wheel drive guys that were, in excess of 270 kilometers an hour, which is crazy, which is up there with the all-wheel drive guys.
It is.
So I'm actually quite keen to see if someone from the rear-wheel drive scene is able to take it to those all-wheel drive guys.
Just to put that in perspective, I have a twin-turbo Lambo that makes, I think it's 1150 horsepower, built by Precision. And that thing crosses the line at 241. I think I've done 241 and 242.
Yep.
So to see a rear-wheel drive car doing 270s,
that's quick.
It's quick. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, 100%. So it's try to level the playing field in a way. So it'll be very cool to see, and I'm excited, I guess, for these next few months, next few events as we have warmer days, warmer nights, which will be pretty cool. And
so we have 3 events left now in our season before the season finale.
Correct. So we go this Friday.
Yep.
And then I think we've got the 1st of November, which is a Saturday. And then we've got another Friday, I think the 23rd of November. And then we're on the
6th of December.
6th of December is our finale virtually. Yeah. So championship battle.
$10,000 for the open class.
Yep. 5 for the rear.
Yeah. That's a lot of money, man. It's pretty cool.
Especially, look, when you're used to racing for fun and you throw something up and you can win a bit of money through a hobby.
Yeah.
I know most of these guys that are racing are virtually doing it every event they can possibly be at. If you've got an event Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they'll be at all those events because they just love racing. So
I agree.
It would be cool to see these guys out there battling it out for a bit of cash.
Yeah.
Probably allow them some extra money to some new mods. I know a few guys have changed from superchargers to turbos and tire setups, more NOS, less NOS, bigger turbos. So it's spicing up.
It is, definitely.
So excited for it.
So am I.
So and championship battle, I guess all drive one's pretty close. I think there's 3 or 4 cars that are pretty much almost within 5 points of one another. So it should be pretty cool to see who's up top. I know bragging rights obviously means a lot.
Yeah.
For races and workshops as well.
I think talking about the ladder while you're on the leaderboard.
Yep.
We'll kind of keep it a little bit simple here, but there is a post that we made on how it works. The top 8 will pretty much have a second chance. So if the top 8 lose their first race, they won't be eliminated straight away. So they'll still get a second chance at competing for that prize money.
Correct. So you're awarded by finishing in the top 8.
Yep.
Anyone from 9th down to 16th, you race for your life virtually, and as soon as you're eliminated, you're out.
Yep. Yep.
Which is good. It rewards those that have been at KOTS, scored the points, and consistency.
Yep.
It's about winning events, but also being there each and every event. So
I agree.
It'd be cool to see.
I think on that note, do we start touching base and talk about our thoughts for Season 2?
Is there
anything else you want to touch on before we get into this topic?
No, I think pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
But I guess 2026...
We learnt a lot from
even with
just our 5 events so far.
5 events, yeah.
I think starting off with just the winter nights.
Yes.
So that's not going to be happening again.
Definitely not. So
we'll be running a few events during the winter seasons, but there'll be a Saturday. And
that's the emphasis on Saturday.
Yeah. So we want to be out of there by 6, 7 o'clock, I'd say.
Yeah, I think as the sun's coming down, half an hour,
an
hour max after the sun goes down, I think we want to be out of there.
Yeah.
So if we can give an event where we've got still a bit of sunlight, still a little bit of temperature in the air, perfect. Let's get in before that dew starts to drop. So summer's going to be, Friday nights, Saturday here or there.
Yep.
Winters will be Saturdays.
Yep.
Some cool stuff as well. I think we're going to be looking at potentially, a 2-day event somewhere. How we do that, what we do with that, we'll let you know shortly. And
that should be pretty cool. We're speaking to a couple of people that all you guys will know.
Yep, that's for sure. and should be, fingers crossed, a pretty cool event.
Yeah.
And I guess the only other thing we are going to look to add is probably something like some testing tunes for you guys. So
Yes, that's right.
yeah, so a bit more chilled, probably during the week. Knock off work, come for a couple of hours, no eliminations. Still the same sort of stuff as you see at roll racing, but yeah, just a bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, yeah, but other than that, I think 2026 will definitely shape up to be a crazy year, especially once we release everything and let you guys know what's happening, I guess.
We're not going to tell you guys dates yet, but I think we will say we are going to put up a very large sum of money. We'll me and Mick were talking about this. I'm like, you know what? We're going to do this. Let's just fucking go. Let's just go balls deep.
Yeah, 100%. Just send it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if we're going to do it, ultimately, as we said before, we're here for the races virtually. So if we could give back to them, have some fun doing it, man, we're happy. Yeah. So
it's become like a very passionate hobby doing this stuff, I guess.
100%
for us now,
The only thing I'm looking forward to is actually being able to actually race an event. So I'm getting to a point where I can actually feel I can actually race, which is cool. But I guess going forward, 2026 there'll be a substantial increase.
Are we going to tell them how much?
It's up to you.
Oh, we
haven't determined a split.
But yeah, we're gonna put up $100,000. $100,000. $100,000.
So,
we don't know how we're gonna distribute it yet. Like, I guess we can probably talk about this openly now.
Yeah.
Like, I think obviously there's two classes: the open class and the rear-wheel drive class.
Correct. But
now,
I'll say one thing: open class means that a rear-wheel drive car can enter it.
100%.
So don't forget that. So if you've got a big rear-wheel drive car, you're not limited to just a two-wheel drive championship. If you want to play for the open, where you play with the big GDRs or the R8s and your Lambos and that sort of stuff,
all the big dogs,
you can do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So how are we going to split it?
We don't know.
No idea.
Like
But the thing I will say is I think we're going to do something for both leaderboard and the finale.
I agree. You got to reward those guys that have been consistent,
correct,
and that have been showing up to more events than others. I guess or winning more events than others.
Correct.
So I think the guys that are maybe in the top. This is just top three we're thinking so far. I don't know. That could change.
Yep. Get something in the form of some cash.
Yep.
In both rear wheel drive and all wheel drive, and then obviously fight it out again. Probably the same structure for 2026, but do it on a scale that's probably going to be 4 or 5 times the amount. It's
going to get you guys excited.
100%.
It gets me excited. Whether or not I'm going to race in it or if I'm allowed to race in it, I don't know. Probably not. It just sucks.
That's whether you actually make the championship, mate.
I might not even have a car.
Your car's over in America, it's you either got to build one quick or you got to get that one there back.
I think seeing that sort of prize money, I wouldn't be surprised if guys are actually going to be out there building cars just for this.
Why not? 100%.
Yeah.
If you're going to race and you want to race and compete, you might as well race for a bit of money as well. So it creates it fun.
Yeah. I think we would love to hear what you guys actually
some
think.
feedback. Yeah.
So all right, so just me and Mick, we were talking about this just before. Like, do we give the open class guys a little bit more money than you would the two-wheel drive guys?
Yeah. Or do we keep it fair? Do we go 50-50?
I don't know. Like, my initial thoughts right now are like, I think the open class guys should get a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like bring what you got. Like, if you have a fast two-wheel drive, like you said before, and you can enter that. You can still enter that.
Of course.
Class,
there's no issue with that as long as we keep to the rules, which is a standard silhouette of a car. It still has to resemble a street car.
Yeah.
It has to be, registered or sort of could be registered. So
there's a rule set there. Just make the car work within that rule set.
100%. Radial tires, no slicks, that sort of stuff. But if you've got a big rear-wheel drive car, why can't you compete? Big super against a GDR. It's always been the battle. And if we're able to deliver a surface and a track that can hold the power for both,
there's no reason why some of you two-wheel drive guys shouldn't be competitive.
Yeah. Especially if you're seeing, 270 kilometers an hour plus. And I think most of our all-wheel drive winners have been in the 270s, 280s.
100%.
It'll be a very close race.
Yeah.
So
I kind of feel like kind of cool to reward that 2-wheel drive car that actually takes out the open class. I don't know. That's just me thinking off the top of my head right now.
Do you put bonus cash up?
I don't know. Maybe you do. I don't know. It's just
an extra 5 or 10 grand if a 2-wheel drive car
takes out open class.
Yeah. You can make it fun.
You can.
So, open to suggestions, I guess, from you guys, what you think. And, let us know. And I guess in the next probably a month, I think we'll come up with something. And, we'll probably release a calendar and bits and pieces.
We're also probably looking at opening up methanol to the open class.
Yep.
So if you want to run methanol
in general.
Both classes?
Any class.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
So we have no issue with methanol at Sydney Dragway.
Sydney Dragway is actually, and I stuffed up a little bit on That's Racing podcast.
Yeah.
I said Sydney Motorsports Park, but Sydney Motorsport Park is not equipped to deal with methanol as far as I know.
Yep.
I know Sydney Dragway definitely is. So we're like, you know what, if they are, why not? I know a lot of these bigger cars like to run methanol. For me, I don't really care what you run fuel-wise.
We I guess for GDR Festival this year, we started a pro class in a way. Whether that comes back or not, don't know. But we did allow methanol in that pro class. So our insurance does not have an issue with methanol.
Yeah.
So I guess 2026,
we'll definitely
open it up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to race on methanol, race on methanol.
Your car's just got to make sure you guys are doing the laps. Yeah. So
yes. So one thing is that
we know I think the biggest thing, for me, that I've heard is the boiling point for methanol is a lot lower than what it would be ethanol.
Yes.
So whether or not that's going to cause your car issue, I don't know. Not my problem, but it's going to be your problem.
So we will be. So for our eliminations, we will sort of pick you off. You go around the back, you wait, but then once you're in the staging lanes, we're gonna as you get through to the semis and that sort of stuff, we'll probably start putting timers on and say, guys, all cars are there, 2 minutes.
If you're not there, you're out.
Do what you need to do. If we call you to race and you don't want to race, you're out.
Yeah.
And you got to play fair by everyone. It's not.
I think especially when we have that sort of cash up there, whatever rule sets in place, it doesn't matter what shop you're from, who you are.
No.
Whatever, you're following that rule set. That's it.
Correct. No hurt feelings. Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's all about racing fairly and
transparent rules.
If you wouldn't want someone doing that against you, so why would you do it against someone else? Yes. So I think that's the biggest thing, is keeping it fair between everyone. I guess we're all a happy roll racing family. Ultimately, we all enjoy it. So let's do big in 2026. I think
it's gonna be a cracker.
Yeah, I guess for KOTS, for a bit of fun, I guess we said, you know what, we love Sydney. Sydney will always be our home, but could we take it somewhere else? And could we do it around the world?
Yeah.
So I guess we asked Andrew Hawkins with GDR Festival and said, hey, I know we worked with you for GDR Festival here. What are your thoughts about, I guess, teaming up and giving us a day, I guess your Friday of GDR Festival USA for this year? And I guess it's been in the works for the last couple of months. But our biggest challenge is I guess, our insurance here that we have covers worldwide except for the USA and Canada. So it's been like, all right, well, geez, how do we go and find insurance? Who's going to give it to us? And I can tell you now, it's been a couple of late nights on the phone to some brokers in America trying to find some insurance so that we can run, I guess, roll racing the Aussie way over in America. And fingers crossed, we're quite close to it. So yeah, we're cutting a bit fine. I think we're only 4 or 5 weeks away from it.
They're not used to running passengers. I think the idea of having passengers over in the US is it's a weird question to ask for them.
Yes, 100%. So I guess I've probably spoken with 4 or 5 insurers so far, and I think 2 or 3 of them have been like, "Mate, why do you want passengers in your car while you're racing?" And it's like, why not? You build a car, you want to have fun,
experience it with
someone else.
Yeah,
it's all good and fun saying, I've got a quick car, but I'm not able to show, a friend jump in with me and I'll take you for a run.
Yeah, 100%.
If that's the case, you're going to do it on the street, and it's not. I guess what we want to do is we want to keep that stuff off the streets. So getting that through to them has been, I guess, a challenge, but I think we're very close to it. So fingers crossed we are able to sort it out next week or so, and we can
go live
commit and go live with it, and get the Americans into the Aussie way of roll racing, which is lapping, because that's not something they do, I guess.
No.
Very much sit in staging lane or the pits and wait for your race is called and go from there. So
don't even like these guys. The Americans are fast.
It's next
but
level.
Their cars are built a little bit differently for their style of roll racing.
Like we're talking about methanol and fuel getting hot. I have no doubt that would be an issue with them.
Yeah.
So especially we're looking to race in Texas. So Texas typically is quite hot.
Yes.
So we'll see. It'll be interesting to educate them on the way we do things and whether it's something they like or not. We'll see.
Yeah.
But hopefully we have RHM there to lead the way and give them a taste of the Aussie GDR scene and roll racing. So
it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that trip.
So America, and then, all going well, maybe there might be more events. Don't know. We wait and see. I guess KOTS is open to all. It's not about big cars and, we're talking championship and money. But like I said before, I think it's about bringing your street car down, whether that's a Commodore or a Golf GDI or a i30N. It's about...
I used to take my standard car down to roll racing Sydney all the time and have a blast.
Mate, I've been through... I guess about me, is I've always raced Corollas and stuff like that, rear-wheel drive Corollas, SR20s, C18s, that sort of stuff. So, mate, whatever I could find on Marketplace that was cheap, a good buy, I'd buy it, fix it up, make it look semi-pretty, make it go quick, and race mates.
100%.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So I think, any car you have, don't be shy, bring it down. You might race some big cars in eliminations, but it's not about the eliminations. That's 1/10 of the event. The bulk of the event is about racing friends and racing a mate.
Yeah.
Or race anyone, it's bragging rights. So come out there, have some fun and enjoy.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think I've enjoyed this. Hope you guys kind of enjoyed this style of, it's almost as a podcast pretty much, but we may incorporate some of this style videoing / podcast into some of our other KOTS videos.
Yep.
It's cool just to discuss this. Well, we're all talking all the time, right? So why not do it where everyone else can listen?
An open forum and let you guys
contribute
into it.
You guys can give us your thoughts on what you think as well.
I agree.
So I think at its core, roll racing is built around the community. So without you guys, there's nothing. Right?
No,
so
there's no one wants to race.
Yeah.
There's no events. So ultimately, we're about you guys and making sure we deliver the best events possible. And
100%. I think at the same time too, I think everyone should be supporting all these events that are out in Sydney. We're very, very, very lucky, like I've said before, but I'll say it again. So
whether that's just car park meetups or racing events, mate, we've got it. Everything's at our hand. You know, close by. So enjoy your car, have fun, and
we'll leave it as that, I reckon.
That's it. Thank you.
Peace.